I'm here with my friend James. I've known James for a little bit over a year now. One thing that I've really been impressed and motivated by is James's work ethic.
Early this year, I've decided to run my own education startup. I was doing it on the side while I was working full time at one of the big fours.
What is your education startup?
The best way to learn is one-on-one. Unfortunately, that's not practical. What I'm trying to do right now is more of a tutoring service and facility provider. Great desks, great facility, great technology, creative environment where students want to be. There's a lot of great teachers out there helping them scale their small tutoring business. It's going to be a very different way, I think, of teaching.
We're actually sitting in James's tutoring facility, his office space. It's a direct fruit of the hard work that you've invested in over the past few years. All of that took place while you were still working. How did you balance the two?
The first couple of months was great, but things started to really pick up. I was losing a lot of momentum in both roles. It didn't always go to plan. I sort of felt that I knew the theory behind running a business, but it's not until I actually started it 6 months ago where I was like, wow, I actually don't know much. Just even the name, for example, right now it says Harvest. As soon as I got that logo up, got into a trademark dispute.
Oh no. What was the cost of you investing into your passion project?
There was a lot of costs. I was almost doing 100 hours a week. I had to invest a lot of time into this, social life, 0 to none. It wasn't sustainable.
Was it always in the plan to start this side business?
It was always there and I've kept it up. I wasn't so clear as to the timing. I just turned 25 this year, so I feel like this is probably the best time to sort of give it a go. When you're making a decision, a very challenging decision, you ask yourself 4 questions. What is the best thing that could happen if I do this thing?
What is the worst thing that could happen if I do this thing? What is the best thing that could happen if I don't do this thing? What is the worst thing that could happen if I don't do this thing?
It becomes clear whether it's a risk worth taking. But I do believe that if you want to make a change, there will be some sort of risk that you have to make.
When you were deciding to start investing into your project, what was the scariest thing and how did you overcome that fear?
For me, the scariest thing was not being able to do it. You never really regret something that you've tried out. You always regret something that you haven't done. Best way to learn is by doing, and I think I've learned so much about just running a business in the last 6 months than I've ever done. I think the limited amount of time that I had working, balancing this with part-time, really pushed me to think creatively outside the box, how I was going to do things, how I was going to run things, and that was quite enjoyable.
What was it like when you told them, hey mum and dad, I've got a great job, a secure, stable job, but I'm actually going to take some time off to focus on what I love doing. It might work, it might not work, but I want to give it a shot. And what was the response like?
I did anticipate some people saying, oh, you know, you're crazy. But generally, I think they were very supportive. They knew that I was very passionate about this. There was some traction, momentum going on. They would say that, you know, it's working out.
How did you stay inspired, and especially when you were faced with a lot of challenges setting up your business? Every time you were faced with a setback or a challenge, how did you get back up?
I think it comes down to my purpose. So this whole education thing actually started when I was 15. I was sitting down somewhere and I was hearing this Ugandan children choir singing. They had parents that passed away. I felt like, wow, this is what I want to do. Be a channel where I could help these children one day to get out of that poverty cycle. It's education. Exactly 10 years later, I'm still continuing that. Sometimes it gets really tough. Like, you can't do 100 hours, you can't continue this thing unless you're really passionate about it. There's obviously been times where it's really mundane, like it's so tiring, so exhausting, but one thing that's always kept me is that purpose.
It's pretty easy to fall back into mainstream, just get a day job, settle down, but to actually take a step and be like, no, I actually want to fight for what I'm passionate about, that's something else entirely.
Yeah.
How would you define passion? What are the first few words that come to mind?
Passion is something that ignites you. Passion is something that can be somewhat selfish. It's something that's intrinsic, something that you're interested in. It's just something that you're passionate about.
Something that you're passionate about is passion. Thanks, James. Mind blown.
Purpose is something that's selfless. It's something that's for others. Amazing things happen when your passion aligns with the purpose. And it's an amazing feeling when you find that kind of thing.
And how would you define a hustler?
Ooh, a hustler. I mean, everyone has dreams. Everyone's excited about something at some stage of their life.
Yeah.
Hustler is someone that will continue to follow their resolutions when the emotions are all gone.
What's life going to look like for you now?
I went on leave of absence last week for a year.
For a year?
For a year,
Wow.
the whole year. And I feel like this is the first time where I can just focus on one thing. And it's exciting. First thing I want to do is get a bit more routine. I think this is the start. I feel like I haven't done anything yet.
Your excitement is contagious.
Thank
The way you invest into your passion is contagious. Thanks, Jane.